Number 1. This is the last known photo of former First Lady Rosalind Carter, taken on September 23, 2023, at the Carter Center in Atlanta during the Plains Peanut Festival. Frail but smiling warmly beside her husband of 77 years, President Jimmy Carter, she radiated the quiet strength that defined her lifelong advocacy for mental health and human rights. 2 months later, on November 19, 2023, Rosalind passed away peacefully at home in Plains, Georgia, at age 96 after living with dementia, just 9 days before her beloved Jimmy followed her in 2024. Number 2. This is the last known photo of Vladimir Lenin, taken in May 1923 at his Gorky estate near Moscow. Seated in a wheelchair, frail and partially paralyzed from a series of strokes that had silenced the revolutionary leader since March, he is seen with his sister Maria Ulyanova, capturing his final months of quiet reflection. 8 months later, on January 21, 1924, Lenin died from a cerebral hemorrhage at age 53, leaving a legacy that defined the Soviet era. Before the next story, please subscribe to honor these moments and pay tribute. Number 3. This is one of the last photos of Dan Weldon, the beloved two-time Indianapolis 500 winner and 2005 IndyCar champion, taken on October 16, 2011, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Waving joyfully to the crowd during driver introductions, top left, and smiling from his onboard camera just seconds before the start, bottom, the 33-year-old Brit was chasing a $5 million bonus in the season finale. Moments later, in a horrific 15-car pileup on lap 11, his car launched over another, speared cockpit first into the catch fence, and struck a support pole. Weldon suffered unsurvivable head injuries and was pronounced dead hours later, marking the darkest day in modern IndyCar history and prompting sweeping safety reforms. Rest in peace, Lionheart. Number 4. This is the last photo of Yupik hunter Tom John, taken in October 2016 in Nuttok, Alaska. He is calmly measuring the tiny distance left between the village homes and the Bering Sea's new erosion line after a massive storm. Just 5 months later, in March 2017, that same sea took him forever while he was seal hunting on breaking ice. His body was never found. Number 5. This is the last known photograph of Brian Epstein, the visionary manager who transformed the Beatles from Liverpool unknowns into global legends, taken on August 24, 1967, during a weekend getaway at his Sussex countryside home with friends. Looking relaxed yet visibly weary after years of relentless pressure, the 32-year-old fifth Beatle returned to London alone. 3 days later, on August 27, 1967, he was found dead in his Belgravia bedroom from an accidental overdose of carbital sleeping pills combined with alcohol, marking the beginning of the end for the Beatles' original era. Number 6. This is the last photo of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, taken on March 16, 2021. Sitting in the front of a dark green Land Rover as he leaves King Edward VII's hospital in London after a month-long stay and heart surgery. He flashes a brief, warm smile, his final public appearance. Just 24 days later, on April 9, 2021, he passed away peacefully at Windsor Castle at the age of 99, 2 months before his 100th birthday. The longest-serving royal consort in British history never appeared in public again. Number 7. This is the last known photo of world driver champion Jim Clark at his car during a race at Hockenheim in 1968. Clark, one of Formula One's all-time greats and a 2-time world champion, was admired for his fearless driving and smooth, precise style. Tragically, during this very race, Clark suffered a fatal crash that took his life, shocking the motorsport world. He is remembered as a legend whose skill, sportsmanship, and courage continue to inspire drivers and fans alike. Number 8. This is the last known photo of Steve Jobs, taken on August 28, 2011 outside his home in Palo Alto, California. Visibly frail from his long fight with pancreatic cancer, he wears a black turtleneck and leans on a cane while walking with his friend and Apple board member Bill Campbell, just 38 days before his resignation as CEO and 39 days before his death on October 5, 2011 at age 56. This quiet moment captured the final weeks of the visionary who revolutionized personal computing, music, and mobile phones. Number 9. This is the last known photo of Pope Francis, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, taken on April 20, 2025, Easter Sunday, during his final public blessing from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. Frail but resolute in white cassock and zucchetto, the 88-year-old pontiff raised a trembling hand to the faithful below, his voice faint yet fervent as he delivered the Urbi et Orbi message on mercy and renewal. The day before his death on Easter Monday, April 21, 2025, from a cerebral stroke, coma, and cardiovascular collapse after months of respiratory battles, this poignant image captures the humble Jesuit shepherd who reshaped the Church with calls for environmental stewardship, migrant compassion, and synodal dialogue. Rest in peace, Holy Father. Number 10. This is the last known photo of Valeria Marquez Lopez, a 23-year-old Mexican influencer and salon owner with over 200,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram, captured smiling confidently in a promotional shot for her lifestyle content. On May 13, 2025, while live streaming from her salon in Zapopan, Jalisco, tragedy struck, and Valeria lost her life in a violent incident. Her death shocked the nation and highlighted the ongoing crisis of gender-based violence in Mexico, which saw 847 femicides reported in 2024. Number 11. This is one of the last known photos of Thomas Michael Ford, beloved as the cool-headed Tommy on the hit 90s sitcom Martin. Taken in early October 2016, the 52-year-old actor appeared healthy and smiling just days before a massive abdominal aneurysm ruptured. He was rushed to an Atlanta hospital where he passed away on October 12, 2016. His sudden death stunned fans and co-stars alike, robbing the world of a gentle, faith-filled entertainer who had recently stepped into producing and motivational speaking. Rest in peace, Big Tommy. Number 12. This is one of the last known photos of Professor Stephen Hawking, taken on March 4, 2018, at the Science Museum in London during the preview of a new exhibition honoring his life and work. Seated in his iconic red wheelchair and wearing a broad smile, the legendary cosmologist who defied motor neuron disease for over 5 decades appeared frail yet unmistakably luminous. 10 days later, on March 14, 2018, coincidentally the birthdays of Albert Einstein and Pi Day, Hawking passed away peacefully at his Cambridge home at the age of 76, leaving behind a universe forever expanded by his brilliance. Number 13. This is one of the last known videos of Michaela Raines, captured in early June 2025 at her Save a Fox Rescue Sanctuary in Minnesota, where she lovingly cared for her foxes, Finnegan, Dixie, and others. With her compassion and infectious laugh, she rehabilitated over 150 captive-born foxes, gaining 2.4 million YouTube subscribers who admired her mission to give these misunderstood animals forever homes. On June 20, 2025, after years of battling autism, depression, borderline personality disorder, relentless online harassment, permit struggles, and vicious rumors, she died by suicide at home. She left behind her husband Ethan, daughter Freya, and a grieving global community, which has since raised funds to fulfill her dream of rescuing 500 more foxes. Number 14. This is one of the last known photos of 17-year-old Melinda Barnett and her half-sister Valerie Collins, smiling excitedly at Auckland Airport on November 28, 1979, moments before boarding Air New Zealand Flight TE901, the scenic Antarctic sightseeing flight. Just hours later, the DC-10 slammed into Mount Erebus at 260 knots due to a corrected but uncommunicated waypoint error, killing all 237 passengers and 20 crew instantly in the deadliest disaster in New Zealand aviation history. Melinda is also visible in the final seconds of passenger Peter Lackhamy's 8mm cabin footage, calmly filming the approaching wideout slope seconds before impact. Neither sister survived. Number 15. This is Anne Burrell's final Instagram post on June 12, 2025, a bright selfie with New York's beloved Green Lady of Brooklyn. Just 5 days later, on June 17, the 55-year-old Food Network star was found dead in her Brooklyn apartment. Her death was ruled a suicide from acute intoxication involving multiple substances. The vibrant chef, known for her spiky blonde hair and infectious energy on shows like Worst Cooks in America, is deeply missed. Number 16. This is the last known photo of John Allen Chau, a 26-year-old American missionary, taken on November 15, 2018, aboard a fishing boat off North Sentinel Island in the Andaman Sea. Moments after this image, he paid local fishermen to leave him near the shore of the Forbidden Island, home to the isolated Sentinelese tribe. The next day, November 16, fishermen witnessed him being dragged along the beach and attacked with bows and arrows. His body, pierced multiple times, was later seen buried in the sand. No recovery was possible due to the tribe's hostility and Indian government restrictions. Chau's final journal entries expressed his desire to bring Christianity to one of the world's last uncontacted peoples, regardless of the cost. Number 17. This is the last known photograph of John Lennon alive, taken on the afternoon of December 8, 1980, outside the Dakota Building in New York City. The former Beatle, smiling warmly in his long black coat, signs a copy of Double Fantasy for 25-year-old Mark David Chapman, the quiet fan who had been waiting for hours. Just 6 hours later, shortly before 11 p.m., Chapman returned and shot Lennon 4 times in the back as he walked toward the courtyard entrance. John was pronounced dead on arrival at Roosevelt Hospital at age 40, ending the life of one of music's greatest icons. The chilling image remains one of the most haunting in rock history. Number 18. This is one of the last known photos of Louis Armstrong performing, taken in March 1971 at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. Still smiling through the pain of heart and kidney failure, the 69-year-old jazz pioneer, affectionately known as Satchmo, lifts his trumpet one final time, delivering "Hello, Dolly," and "What a Wonderful World" to an adoring crowd. Just 4 months later, on July 6, 1971, he passed away peacefully in his sleep at his home in Queens, New York, leaving behind a legacy that forever changed music. Number 19. This is the last known image of Australian cricketer Philip Hughes, taken on the SCG outfield on November 25, 2014, moments after a bouncer struck him beneath the helmet on the left side of his neck. Lying motionless as medical staff rushed to his aid, the 25-year-old had just suffered a severed vertebral artery and massive brain bleed. He never regained consciousness and passed away 2 days later on November 27. His tragic death changed cricket safety forever. 63 not out. Number 20. This is the last known photograph of the second B-29 Superfortress prototype, serial 41 to 28556, taken on February 18, 1943, as it lifted off from Boeing Field in Seattle with Chief Test Pilot Edmund T. Eddie Allen at the controls. Just 17 minutes later, the number 2 engine caught fire, flames spread uncontrollably into the wing, causing it to collapse mid-flight. The bomber plunged nose-first into the fry packing plant, instantly killing all 11 aboard, including Allen, considered the finest test pilot of his era, and 20 to 23 workers on the ground, with burning fuel engulfing the building. The disaster, the deadliest in U.S. test flight history at the time, exposed critical fire suppression flaws and led to major redesigns that ultimately made the B-29 the war-winning bomber of the Pacific.